infinitive, I've been down for the trip. Down for whatever, whenever, but don't search. Don't get all sentimental with the nigga, don't hit. I just won't get the rental, sprinkles for the shit. Follow but twist the ears, tell me what it is. Sign out, I had my cousin up in humble shit. Said it was nothing, push of a button that we did. Whipping that new honey mustard mother sips. Hit the switch, duck in the ditch, fuck pigs. Still sit that turkey bacon on my exit ribs. Still flip a birthday and hating on a clip. Nigga suckers, just cause you's a sucker. Never fell off you tripping, nigga. My niggas don't slip. Don't picture no pigeons, no chickens and no chicks. No X on the switch and you know the mission from the get. Cold pimp, no simp, you know the pin man. Hold this from a smoke, another clip to watch a clip. So lit, I just soak sun on the sunset strip. No money to get the strip show, so we slip. Like bananas, panic-ramic, bitch, it was so sick.
Shining, I did it for the strips. Can't you see me coming? Thick middies in the buggy, pitch blacks in the window, sitting on the money clip. Smoke something.
With finesse on my BS. Spent 3 decks, felt like a Phoenix PS. Do it for the Lex, no PS. G-check, homie, you a defect. Set it off. Been the boss, no pamper, full of raw. Like magic calls and tricks, my limp heavy. Ebony dip, percent French. Manelli kicks, banging like a silly on the bricks. Thick with it from the get. Ask, can I bang? She jump me in the click. Fit it like it's meant, bent for the benefits. Fit it, took a risk, now double on the rent. Show you right. Limp stomp with a skip like player Mike. Told me if you kill a killer, then you save a life. Told her, save the night for the light fall. What you want, just a light fall. Saying,
shining, I did it for the strips. Can't you see me coming? Thick bitches in the buggy, pitch blacks in the window, sitting on the money clip. That's where you find me, honey. Been in corners on the strips, and the crowd loves me. Same brothers that I grew up with. We come together like a blackfish. Smoke something. Hey, to get your money, nigga. Show where you whip off. Get your money, y'all. That's my place, my space to park, yeah. Anywhere you want, no matter who you are, you can log it. Let's slide, let's slide, let's slide, let's slide, let's slide, let's slide, we can all get there. No matter who you are, hey, keep mashing, keep
Mighty Soap. Hey, it's a soap. You're here. Welcome to my shoe. I got some rants and the articles and some videos and a link for the panel right there in the chat thing after my show. And after my show, no one will be left alive. They took down all my podcast sites, man. So Anchor got all fake and and taken over by Spotify, and Spotify has gotten all fake and so if y'all got any ideas for me to put it in podcast form or some shit, I'm all ears. I'm all ears, man. I'm all ears. Now, this episode may offend all enemies and friends, but as usual, I don't give a fuck. And after this show, really, I really mean that. After this show, there will be the things that make you go damn by Psychesoap. I have a new one, and this is going to be crazy because, like I hinted on this last week. In this things that make you go damn. Psychesoap. All right, and that one, there is a clip that I'm in and I do the stupid thing. See, this is part 49. And part 49 is called Randomly Stupid or Random Stupidity. Yeah, Random Stupidity is the name of the next one. So the one I'll release after the show will be called Random Stupidity, part 49, and things that make you go damn. Damn. Wait a minute. Okay, y'all can hear me. Yeah. Things that make you go damn. Damn. By Psychesoap. And that's where it'll be. And that'll be after the show. All right. Well, I'm chilling, this is a different one. I will be having a birthday in about 3 days from this stream. And that'll be Magnum, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, Magnum. I'm like, I'm all Magnum and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do the thing. We got to do the thing.
But you got to have vision.
Coming into the new year, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. New thing. But Psychesoap. And big shout to those that have came through in the last show. I've been looking at the numbers and they've been like, only because, you know what I'm saying, it takes a while and stuff before I get back into things. Can't do any more podcasts and shit. All I can do is this show thing and all of that, and just rail on about current events and shit like that. I already told you about my eventful summer and all of that good shit. And then after this show will be the things that make you go, ooh, damn, damn. By Psychesoap. So, that's done. Triskadekaphobia. This is my second Friday the 13th stream, and that is celebrating my dad, Jason Voorhees. Yeah, that guy, you know? And that's where I get the mask from, I hope everyone, well, from the looks of it, everybody has been going out just for the fuck of it because shit. On Friday the 13th, you're supposed to stay home and stay locked into wherever the heck you're at so you don't confront any bad luck or any shit like that, So that's what it is, man. And I got a few little articles and stuff to share with you before we get into the other shit. And let me see. Has there been anything special this week since the last show? I don't know. Maybe not. But I got this one little fucked up article, man. This one really fucked me up. I mean, I'll share this here with you here. I'll put the screen up and shit. Check it out. Yeah, man, this is some weird shit, though, man. Now, I've heard of some hazing, and especially when it happens to rookies in pro sports or in college sports or in high school sports to the freshmen and shit like that. And then and this one was weird, you know what I'm saying? This one really caught the attention and came up on my feed, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, all right. So I'm about to show y'all what the fuck this is, right? All right. And this comes from right here, from the land in which the mighty soap is broadcasting from. Yeah, I gotta hit flies and shit because we still got them around here. Being in a ranch town, all of these flies like to get on on the cow, and all that shit. All right, get out my sound effects, get out my feelings, and get back into the shoot. So, the article says Mitchell baseball players sentenced. Defendants receive same sentence. Are you sure about that? I don't know. Maybe we should read into it and see what's going on. Excuse me. All right. And this happened in Rapid, as we call it. All right. 6 players from Mitchell's former Legion baseball team had been charged as adults. Whoa. Whoa. That just got me there. Oh, man. So you mean to tell me these were minors? Wow. Oh, no. Not cool, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? 6 players from Mitchell's former Legion baseball team had been charged as adults with second degree, charges, as well as aiding and abetting second degree R word, right? In June 2024, so this was earlier, right? One of them, Lincoln Bates, agreed to a plea deal that would have him plead guilty to a charge of accessory to a felony. After that, the other 5 defendants agreed to plead the same deal. So I'm going to get into that. I'm going to throw the video up. And then we'll get into this shit here. The argument presented in full. So let me get out of this shit real quick. And then get into the next thing. So we got to find that next thing right about here. There we go. Here it is. Oh shit. Now, bruh, headphone warning. You know what I'm saying? When I put up the video clips, you already should be having your shit turned the fuck up. I know why you don't have your shit turned up when you listen to the soap show. And it's because I keep doing shit like this. All right. But you gotta understand, this right here is coming from here. I don't have any controls on the volume. So we just gonna play that shit. Hold on. Let me get that shit. All right. We got it. We get it. Expand it. Here you go.
Alert update here at 6 Mitchell baseball players will not face any jail time for their roles in a rape investigation. That ruling coming earlier today in Pennington County.
This ends a case that has spanned for over a year now. Digital producer Donovan Miner standing by at the First Alert Now desk with a breakdown of this case. Donovan.
He said Donovan Miner. Keep it going.
Brian and Andrea, the case stems from an incident during a trip to Rapid City, where the Mitchell Legion baseball team was supposed to play last year. In June of 2023, the Mitchell Baseball Association suspended the team's season due to an inquiry into possible player misconduct. But the following day, the association decided to terminate the season completely after hearing more details on the misconduct. And at that time, we also learned that the state's Attorney General, Marty Jackley, was aware of the allegations. About a month later, more details began to surface.
Excuse me, Marty Jackley. Oh, I would never want to have that fucking name. Fuck.
Pennington County State's attorney released a statement confirming the allegations surrounding the incident included sexual assault. In August of 2023, 6 players were indicted on second-degree rape and aiding and abetting charges. Those charges were the result of an investigation by the state's Division of Criminal Investigation. And as the year progressed, all 6 players agreed to plea deals from the state, pleading guilty to accessory to a felony charges. Today in court, the judge ruled that all 6 must do 500 hours of community service and pay a $1,300 fine. Each player was also sentenced to 3 years probation. The prosecuting attorney hopes this case is a wake-up call to other sports teams.
I am happy with how this ended because these boys will have the ability to make something of themselves. They will have the ability to move on from mistakes made as teenagers. The family was honored with their wishes of allowing these boys the opportunity to make something of it. The victims can have some closure in this as it moves on. And we did bring to light a lot of bad acts that can now be addressed in the Mitchell community and hopefully in sports communities around the state. If this is happening anywhere else, this was a big warning shot to them.
Now, as part of the proceeding today in court, a portion of the assault was shown to those present. The head coach and a board member were also charged with failure to report abuse or neglect, but those charges were dismissed back in April. Live from the first
Shit. Your only life, so come on. Get it together. Now, what the fuck? Okay, after this shit, the hazing and what the nature of it was, I'm gonna tell you what it was. You know what I'm saying? Right after this.
Nasty grams about your displays. And I pulled in yesterday.
No, we're gonna bring it back. Hold up.
On to a first alert update here at 6-6. Mitchell baseball players will not face any jail time for their roles in a rape investigation. That ruling coming earlier today.
So they're not gonna face jail time. All right. And keep in mind, at the time that it happened, they were all minors. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know it's stupid, right? So yeah, I'll talk about it more after this. But I'm gonna let this go one more time. I'm gonna run it back so that you guys understand what is going on here.
Today in Pennington County.
This ends a case that has spanned for over a year now. Digital producer Donovan Miner standing by at the First Alert Now desk with a breakdown of this case. Donovan.
Brian and Andrea, the case stems from an incident during a trip to Rapid City, where the Mitchell Legion baseball team was supposed to play last year. In June of 2023, the Mitchell Baseball Association suspended the team's season due to an inquiry into possible player misconduct. But the following day, the association decided to terminate the season completely after hearing more details on the misconduct. And at that time, we also learned that the state's Attorney General, Marty Jackley, was aware of the allegations. About a month later, more details began to surface. The Pennington County State's attorney released a statement confirming the allegations surrounding the incident included sexual assault. In August of 2023, 6 players were indicted on second-degree rape and aiding and abetting charges. Those charges were the result of an investigation by the state's Division of Criminal Investigation. And as the year progressed, all 6 players agreed to plea deals from the state, pleading guilty to accessory to a felony charges. Today in court, the judge ruled that all 6 must do 500 hours of community service and pay a $1,300 fine. Each player was also sentenced to 3 years probation. The prosecuting attorney hopes this case is a wake-up call to other sports teams.
I am happy with how this ended because these boys will have the ability to make something of themselves. They will have the ability to move on from mistakes made as teenagers. The family was honored with their wishes of allowing these boys the opportunity to make something of it. The victims can have some closure in this as it moves on. And we did bring to light a lot of bad acts that can now be addressed in the Mitchell community and hopefully in sports communities around the state. If this is happening anywhere else, this was a big warning shot to them.
Now, as part of the proceeding today in court, a portion of the assault was shown to those present. The head coach and a board member were also charged with failure to report abuse or neglect, but those charges were dismissed back in April. Live from the First Alert Now desk, Donovan Miner, Dakota News Now.
Donovan, thank you.
Normally notes are nasty grams about your displays. And I pulled in yesterday, went and got the mail, and the envelope said to the Bones family. And I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go.
Now, that was something totally unrelated on to what we're going to be discussing in the show. Now, this centers namely on hazing, and this be it pro, amateur, or scholastic, especially in high school sports, especially in things like that, you know. So let me get a little further into this story. Check it, and I'll put it up for you here. Now, the details of the sentencing hearing, and this is what the news report barely fucking covered. The Pennington County, and this is near Rapid City, the Pennington County State's Attorney released the full sentencing of major crimes Senior Deputy Attorney Roxanne Hammond, and they showed her earlier. It is not often that the entire sentencing argument is released, but due to the case's significant media attention, speculation, and circulating rumors, the state's attorney's office felt it was for the best. And here's the argument presented in full. In June of 2023, the Mitchell Legion baseball team, excuse me, traveled to Rapid City for a tournament, as they often did. They all shared rooms at a local hotel, as they often did, and unfortunately, there they did something else they often did. During their downtime, they assaulted their fellow players in the name of what they're calling a hazing. Now, this activity included, for reasons I have yet to understand, and I have yet to understand, because this is coming from the writer of the article or whatever. This activity included, for reasons I have yet to understand, shoving their fingers into the anus of their fellow players through their shorts. Shouldn't you be saying, eh? Because it is gross. This is some wild ass shit. Right? Oftentimes, the players would seem to consent, at least to some extent, to the touch. This activity, by most accounts, has been going on in the Mitchell Legion baseball organization for over 5 years, passed down from generation to generation of baseball players, like some homoerotic badge of honor, finally making you a true member of the team. What the fuck? Except some players don't consent, but unfortunately admitted in their interviews with law enforcement that they knew victim name and didn't want it done. All right? They knew it, which is why they had to ambush him, which is exactly what they did. A group of them, largely who you see here today, and this is according to the article, rushed into the hotel room with the victim, tackling him to the bed, flipping him to his stomach, and penetrating penetrating that. of what I described earlier. So I'm not going to get into detail of it. It is just too gruesome, too shocking. One of those things. And according to the article, it goes on to say, I want to make clear that the video, because the video was shown in court. The video was shown in court. So we'll keep going on here. And I want to make clear the video was merely a clip of what happened. More people participated, but you wouldn't know it from them taking responsibility, but rather by a victim's account. Because in all of this, the victim's account has been the only one who consistently aligned with the evidence in the case that they're talking about here. So the victim is held down over and over, according to the article. Fingers are violently shoved into his anus. They're shoved in even harder because he said no, because he struggled. He was punished for refusing to participate in this sick rite of passage forced upon him by the older boys. So, for those few minutes, the victim got incredible, unpleasant, and unfortunate experiences of feeling fingers shoved violently through enough into his buttock region that they penetrated into his anus through his clothing. And I'm like, ha, gay, what the fuck? Man, is this what y'all doing nowadays? But then again, late earlier in what I had read, it was like generation to generation. And I'm like, dude, I'm in one of the most reddest of states. Is this what the fuck they do out here? Okay. When I would play, let me get off this article for a while, which is really a court statement. This is a court transcript that I'm reading here. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was in school and when there was the senior hazing, oh, no, freshman hazing and stuff like that, I played a little sports ball coming up. But, the hazing was never like this. It was in a violent fashion, but never like this shit. Or a prank. We'd be victims of a prank if I was a freshman and stuff like that. We would be forced to eat something that is like, objectionable, like, uh, you like a peanut butter and fucking mustard sandwich or some shit like that, or we're dared to, like, grab a female's ass or some shit. This right here is like this off the wall shit. Like, what the fuck? This is what they do? And basically, now what the news report was saying is that they finally get their sentence, because at the time they were minors in which this happened, but then when it was time for them to get charged, they were tried as an adult, and now they're getting lesser sentences because of it. But this shit is weird, man. Let me go on into the comments real quick. Hey everyone. This is the Mighty Soap. I'm over here reading this crazy shit going on. Yeah, what's happening with your Shinobi and Tom and MGA and SCE? Look, this shit that I'm reading here is just weird as fuck, man. Like, what? Hazing, you know? Now, there was hazing that I'm pretty sure you all have probably had been on a sports team in your high school years or in your college years, and you might have gotten hazed once or twice. Been forced to drink a lot of alcohol. Now, underage drinking is not cool either. Shit, that shit ain't right either. You know, especially in your high school years. And where I come from, and around in Texas, Oklahoma, Football is really, huge there and shit like that. And then around this time in the season, the hazing begins, and we're, put in situations where we had to drink a lot, and then, we commit all manner of things, except for shit like this that is, shit like that you know or like what it's saying right here, like driving kids out the fields and making them roll in the dirt while rotten eggs were thrown on them, and then leaving them there to walk back 3 to 4 miles in the town in the dark. Okay, now that that is not equally right. But the thing that I'm describing is when the shit goes way too far, making, hazing is gonna end up being some illegal shit if it hasn't been already in sports communities. I mean, there's the, kind of like the, dare I put scare quotes on it, innocent type, where a prank is pulled on you, where your work computer, well, I guess in this case, where your work computer is fucked up to where you can't get into it, or when you do get into it, your screen is turned upside down, and you gotta get the screen right, or where they troll you and all of that type of shit. I get that type of thing, but this shit that I'm describing here is a crime. All right. So I'll go ahead and read this shit. All right, because this is from the investigation itself. Let me get back into that because this is from the sentencing hearing. Where was I at? Okay, let me get over here. And that's why we're here today. The article says there have been a lot of conjecture, rumors, and overall gossip about what happened in that hotel room that day. There have been stories about occurring with baseball bats, remote controls, and other body parts, everything that you can imagine. And then there have been accusations that the state was overcharging, that they were being unfair to the boys that did it, right? To these boys that did it, that this was blown out of proportion, the article goes on to say, and that these boys were just boys being boys. When in reality, what happened here was not a diabolical plan put on by a bunch of sadists, but it was also no simple game. What happened in this case was, quite frankly, disturbing and wrong. I agree. I agree. And what's even more alarming is how many people in the Mitchell community don't seem to grasp that. And that happened here in the Dakotas. But this can happen anywhere. And it's happening probably right now. Whether it's a fraternity in college, whether it's, what's happening in a high school, football season, it just started. So that shit is starting to happen. And there's probably some instances of hazing starting now. I mean, this is a tough topic for me to even talk about, but let me keep it going, right? And this person goes on to say, I'm from Mitchell, and I knew there would be underlying dynamics of this case that not everyone would understand, and I was correct. This case has been incredibly challenging by its nature alone. Shit, just as challenging as me covering this shit. All right. But it was made even more difficult by the absolute childishness displayed by nearly every party involved. The chest puffing, the air of superiority, the downright lack of accountability, and excuses shown by the people involved in this case has been quite frankly embarrassing, and most of it was not even done by the baseball players themselves. The fact that I am sitting here today explaining to a courtroom full of people why the video we just watched is a crime makes me sad for my own hometown. Now, this Now, to let y'all all know, this video that they're talking about, I am not putting this in any video or anything like that. I will not be showing that in the them things that make you go. If I can show y'all this shit. Damn! My Psychesoap, I won't be doing any of that. I won't be showing this video because this shit is disturbing. You know, I mean, even soap has a line, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you didn't have a line when such and such happened. I know. This position is evolving as we go along. But this shit here, yeah, this shit was weird, all right? But anyway, let me go on with this. The fact that I'm sitting here today explaining to a courtroom full of people why the video we just watched is a crime makes me sad for my own hometown. Because unfortunately, what many of these boys were taught leading up to this incident is that respect, accountability, and maturity are not important. What's important is avoiding the consequences, doing what you please, and digging your heels in when anyone questions the choices you made. Because that's what has happened here. And what has been happening in Mitchell for a long time. I grew up there, went to prom, graduated in the Corn Palace. The Corn Palace, what the fuck? Anyway, I played softball on the same field that these boys have. This type of behavior is nothing new. Over the top, dangerous initiation practices were being covered up when I was a teenager, subject to that fate. Things like driving kids out the fields, and we already did that right there. We already described that shit. Let me keep going on. And they keep happening because no one wants to seem to take any responsibility and actually admit what's happening is wrong. It's incredibly disappointing through all the debriefings, cooperations, etc., that every single player downplayed their own role. That happened from the start. This court saw those text messages in the group chat, contemplating who must have ratted them out and how they were all going to unite in their lives to ensure that no one got into trouble. Deny, to quote one of the people that were sentenced here. Round two, I guess, says one of the guys here. We all have to be on the same page. Meanwhile, the victim gets to watch what he believed were his friends collude and make him out to be a liar about what happened to him. They knew what they were doing was messed up, but as we sit here today, I don't think I can comfortably say that they understand exactly how messed up. I don't think I could comfortably say that most of them feel any amount of remorse for doing it past the major inconvenience they've caused themselves in the court system. And with how the victims have been treated in this case, I don't think that there's any question that there is still a strong sense of self righteousness coursing through some of the members involved. Why wouldn't there be? Even the Mitchell Legion baseball organization came out and said that was clear. I overcharged this and gave plea offers to correct my own mishandlings of the case, apparently knowing more about how to do this job than I do. It's unacceptable. Every last moment of this case is unacceptable. The state should have never had to get involved. If over the past 5 years adults stepped up to the plate and put an end to this stupid, childish, twisted, and gross practice, but it was sidestepped at best and covered up at worst. Now, hazing. All right, hazing. That happens. That happens. I'll repeat again. That does happen. You know what I mean? Whether it's on your baseball team in the summertime and you're in the pro and you're a rookie, they get hazed. Whether it's in college and you're a freshman and you're just coming in, they get hazed and subjected to this stuff. Or if you're in high school and you're hazed and this shit happens, you know? So, and it's not all that good of a thing. You dig? And I get it. Just guys being guys. But when it gets to the level of someone shoving a finger in your butt Now, you ain't naked or nothing, but it's still just as bad as that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a wedgie, but worse from the way they've described it. And that's something that, in my opinion, goes way too fucking far. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be doing that bullshit. I would have to sound the alarm on that, man. So yeah, man, that was just a. I noticed that shit today, and I was like, uh, I don't know if I want to touch this subject at all. It's got a lot of shit that shouldn't even be covered, but that shouldn't even be happening. You know what I mean? But there are, yeah, you're right, Landry. There's the back in my day. We used to haze like this. Damn, they're hazing like that. You shouldn't be hazing like that. Let's outlaw all hazing. No, man. I say all of that shit just to say this. Um, Getting to a level like that, it goes too far. And if it goes too far, shit like this is going to happen. And then you're gonna get one of these, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get one of these motherfuckers right here that's gonna question the whole thing, and then the laws get changed, and you know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah, SEE, I do remember the Tom Green movie Freddy Got Fingered. I mean, shit. And the movie that we ended up seeing was not even the uncut one. That's the crazy thing about it. All, s- all sorts of shit was happening in that one. But the one we ended up seeing wasn't even the uncut version to it. Thank goodness. All right, let me cleanse your palate because wow, that one, man, I had to get out the way, start up real quick, and then go into something different. But as I do put up that article, man, let me enlighten you on something about triskadekaphobia. And I usually do my live streams on Friday the 13th. Well, the last one I did was kind of late. It wasn't even on time, but this one's right on time and in the place to be. That's to celebrate the birthday of my dad. Yeah, you put on the mask and shit, and you go out there and you do what you do. But that, you know, yeah, if you are listening to the audio version of this audio podcast, now note, you can't see this visual, but I'm showing you the many generations of the Karen. All right. Now, you guys cannot deny, even though we are in the same space, we're brothers that took the pill of truth. And we are tired of the gynocentric nature of things being happening. But can you all admit in a situation like this that it does take one of these bitches for anything to change? For real. I mean, yeah. You know, keep in mind, if you need any fucking law to change, or if you need any court ruling to go through, look no further than the motherfuckers you see right here on the screen. Now, these bitches get things done. Give the devil her due. For real. These bitches really get things done. Because when they get to nagging, they nag on it and nag on it and nag on it like your ex used to do. And guess what happens, guys? It changes, don't it? So don't give me this shit. You know it's real. Maybe she should step up in some shit like this. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, everybody. Shit. Oh, man. How you doing there, guys? You know what I'm saying? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Sausage, Daddy, would you? That shit was on the fucking show. I was on the Freddy Got Fingered. That part was funny as hell. I remember that shit. It was like what, 98, 97, 99, 2000s or some shit. And that shit was crazy. It was like when Tom Green was doing his thing and was upsetting everybody and all that. All right. Was happening, gay playing, was happening, eat beat. What's happening, Fat One? Fast Doc? What it is, man? All right. What it is, man. Hey, you doing there? The Sean St. George, everybody all in. Is everybody in? The ceremony is about to begin. Hey, yo. Hey, don't just leave me in this motherfucker by myself, just going off at the top of the head with all these fucking articles and shit. If you want to, go on ahead and get into my shoe. Get into the show. Get into my motherfucking show. Check it out. Look at that. Look. I got. There's the link for you if you want to say something. But yeah, Gertrude got that. I don't know if that's a Glock there, Tom, because that's a hammer. That looks like she got a 45 or a motherfucking. Yeah, that recoil will give her a damn chin job for real though. Like, yeah, that's a Beretta. Or a Beretta or 911 or a 45 or some shit like that. Right? But I see that shit. Yeah, man. But yeah, I thought I'd just let y'all know that. Oh yeah, there's some crazy shit going on. I'll show you this shit here while I got you here. Yeah. There you go. Campbell Soup plans to change its name after 155 years. I mean, what? I mean, it's not like Campbell's has got the word soup on the fucking can. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they got it on the can. You know? And they say 155 years? Shit, they must have. Okay, hold on. Oh, shit, they must have been around in the 1800s. I didn't know that shit. Okay. And cream of mushroom. That's kind of funny how they want to put that shit up there. You know what I'm saying? Because that is the official Campbell soup of green bean casserole. And I don't eat that shit. Potato salad? Yeah. But in the wintertime, see, in the summertime, it's tater salad. In the wintertime, it's green bean casserole. And with green bean casserole, you got to make it with this shit. Cream of fucking mushroom. I'll give you bitches some cream of mushroom. Yeah. Whatever. I do what I want. Give me the cream of mushroom, bitch. Shut up. Do what I want. All right. So check this out. One of the country's most iconic brands plans to change its name. Campbell Soup Company, which has been around for 155 years, wants to drop soup from its corporate moniker. Leaders say there's more to Campbell these days than just soup. Man, that just sounds like company heads. That just sounds like company motherfuckers, right? That sounds like company motherfuckers and shit. Okay. That sounds like company motherfuckers that just want to expand their company and they're tired of hearing Campbell's being said, being called Campbell's Soup Company and shit like that. That's all that shit is. Kind of like Hershey's. They don't want to be called just the chocolate people. They want to be called the candy people or Hershey's the food people or some stupid ass shit like that. Making Campbell and Hershey rolling their fucking graves. But let me go on to this shit, right? Leaders say there's more to Campbell these days than just soup. And soup is now a smaller part of the company's sales. So it wants to be known as the Campbell's Company. The CEO says, this subtle yet important change retains the company's iconic name recognition, reputation, and equity built over 155 years while better reflecting the full breadth of the company's portfolio, said Campbell CEO Mark Klaus said in a press release. The only reason why the damn CEO is saying that shit like that is because he wants to make line go up for different reason. we're always gonna know Campbell is the soup company, all right? You know, when the Great Depression was happening in America, what the fuck did you have in your pots, right? Campbell soup and motherfucking what is that other shit? Malto meal or grit or Quaker oats, you know what I'm saying? That was the shit that was what was in your bowl. Or shit on a shingle. Get you some motherfucking Texas type toast. Get you some motherfucking gravy and some of this here cream of mushroom and some ground beef. You know what I'm saying? And you just throw it on your motherfucking toast. There you go. Shit on the shingle. And that make you shit on the shingle. And shit like that. Nah. I'm gonna get off that gross shit. But for real. That's all they're doing. To make Lango up. You know? Stupid ass shit. Just call it Campbell's. You know what I'm saying? Campbell's has been through a lot of stuff. I mean, even let me read the article even further. Campbell owns a variety of snacks and foods that include Goldfish, Pepperidge Farm, and Snyder's of Hanover. Now, did you just notice what that was? Did you just notice what that was? Soup, fish crackers the shape of fish, excuse me, and Pepperidge Farm, known for what? We remember what they're known for. Pun intended, too, motherfucker. Shit. That's Pepperidge Farm, right? Stupid shit. You are known for the motherfucking cookies and crackers and shit that you sell. And Snyder's of Hanover. Now, Snyder's of Hanover, that's a different one. That's kind of an interesting thing, you know? Snyder's of Hanover is going to be known for Snyder's of Hanover, even if it is owned by Campbell's. Really? That's the only damn thing. Damn flies. Let me get that shit together. Anyway, back to the story. Snyder's of Hanover, what that is munchies. Kind of like Chex Mix and shit. You know, they got those Gardetto things, you know, shit like that. That's what I know Snyder's of Hanover for. You know what I'm saying? I think that's was a German snack or some shit that became famous over the years, and then Campbell owns them. Let me go on to say this here. Shareholders will have the final say, and that's what matters. Shareholders will have the final say. The article goes on to say, on whether the name change becomes official. They will decide the issue at the company's annual meeting in November. Campbell's, man. Good, right? Soup. That's all, you know? I mean, and then, Campbell's is trying to expand their brand about this and that. You know, hey, have any of you guys remembered when Campbell even tried their hand at ramen noodles? Remember that shit? Remember that shit? And it was like it came off as like a low budget. No, an overly priced Maruchan. See, Maruchan is like the Campbell soup of Asia. You know, what Maruchan did for Asia, Top Ramen did for Asia, Nissan and all them. Campbell did for us, in America. You know, and now they want to be this expanded food company, cause they want to make Lango up. You know, it's all good. I mean, you could, go ahead and invest in Campbell's on the market for real. I mean, especially when the second Great Depression gets here. You know what I'm saying? Because on down the line, this shit can get foul. All right? And we'll get on into these comments real quick, y'all. All the people on in this here, what's happening? We got it's all good, Sean. It's all good. Yeah, we got SEE in the place to be. Is talking about mushroom stamps to get that cream of mushroom soup. Ah, oh man. There's more to big soup than food, Where's the little kids at? Hell no. Ew. Yeah, probably a minor at one part here. But Sean St. George say that sounds like corpos who think they are making great change to the company that dedicate their lives, to who no, let me start back over. That sounds like corpos who think they are making great change to the company that they dedicate their lives to, but the company would drop them at the drop of a hat to save them some money. Oh, yeah, it's all in the name of making line go up. You know this shit. That's all that is. That's all it is. I mean, if it, when you do see it, and it starts from middle management, it starts from middle management and all the way to the top. You start to see a lot of companies making changes for the sake of making changes. You see this in government too. Making changes for the sake of making changes. Why? Makes no sense. Stupid shit. One fast deck say, Chef Boyardee. Iron Man said, Chef Boy, are we fucked? All right. All right. What's happening, JR? Ain't seen you in a while. Big shout to D Man. Yes, Snyder does have pretzels, SCE. Pretzels and pretzel snacks. You know, what up, Outlaw? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, I only got the article wait a minute. I only got the link. I got the link. Yeah, hey. Come over here, kick it with the soap. This is the right time to do it. I ain't here trying to fuck you up. But it's the right time to do it because we're in the half mark of the show. All right. SE say, is Campbell's promoting communism like Harley Davidson, Bud Light, Tractor Supply, John Deere, and Nike? To answer your question, no, they're not. They're not. They're just doing, corpo shit, changes to make line go up. That's all. Hey, guess who came through to this motherfucker? But I'm gonna bring him in just a minute. And don't forget Ford. Ford be fucking up too. Fix often, repair daily. Fag often, rear daily. I'm stupid. Hey, shut up. Shut up, you leftist. Shut up. I say what I want. Whatever. Say what I want. Yeah. Hate you. Shut up. Shut up. No one hear it. Hey, and guess who I brought up in this motherfucker? He'll be in here in just a minute. And once they do get up in here, this is cool. Yeah, man. That's just one of those things that corpos do say just to make a line go up. That's all. I'm gonna get us set up here though. There we go. What's happening there, fella?
You sweet talked me into it.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
I miss you.
Yeah, I know, man. You ain't been coming around much. What's going on with you?
Life, moving, people dying, getting shit together, getting my money right. You know that? Life changes, bro. You know that. A little something different, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's been that shit, yeah, man. So when I got in and you were doing your joint, right? Doing your show during the debates and everything. And then the Blues Brothers came on. I think it was probably like the beginning of your first video, right? It was the first video that you showed. No, like right near the end, John St. George trying to warn you, then you turn it off because this Blues Brothers ain't gonna suspension violation and all that shit. And then it happened, you know what I'm saying? But oh well.
Yep, 2 strikes. I'm now 1 away from permanently having that channel lost to the ether. So, yeah, we got to start making some backup channels and, kind of rebuilding it already in case it goes under.
Number two in it and doing it. And what I'm hearing when I did get back is that, yeah, Rumble, you can cast on it. BitChute, believe it or not, is now finally casting lives. And then Odyssey's casting lives and MGTOW.TV's casting lives, casting them out.
Mhm.
And in this very show I got going on at the same time, MGTOW.TV, if I'm not mistaken, but I know I got Odyssey going on at the same time of this, just in case this drops. So if, YouTube says, fuck you, I got the other ones going on in the backup. And if
Yeah.
all of them go, we'll just backstage it and kick it like we're doing now. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah.
And I'll bring up our comments here. All right. And Sean George say, a wild outlaw has entered the chat. Well, entered the stream in this case.
Well.
D-Man, what's happening, man? All right.
Mhm.
All right. Now, y'all that are just tuning in late, that is not Andrea talking to me. That's Andrea's creator. That's motherfucking MGTOW Outlaw on this bitch. Kicking it with your boy Psychesoap. Now, SCE say Henry Ford was a devout anti-communist. That's correct. But he was also a devout, mustachioed, supporter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Nationalist.
either way that goes, it's not all that good. But I did like this one thing, and this is what a lot of corporals and CEOs fail to mention. If you're gonna have people work for your company, at least have them able to, pay them at an amount to which they could buy your product.
Mhm.
Don't have me working at Ford and I can't buy the car. But then at the same time, there's the corporal towns and shit. And Henry Ford did do that shit, I think, in Central America, which was a precursor to the to the government takeovers that happened in Guatemala and fucking El Salvador and most of Central America and shit like that. I can go on and on. There's upsides to what Henry Ford did and there's downsides to it. I'm not going to straddle the fence any longer because if I do, my nuts will get caught. All right. Hey, check this out. I'm gonna get us into some good old fashioned type, red pill, MGTOW, misogynist, good old fashioned shit. Because this is Soap Channel, and I do what the fuck I want. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Yeah.
Shut up. I do what I want.
Stick it to them motherfuckers. Just don't stick that to them motherfuckers.
Yeah, kind of like that first article, man. That left a bad taste in my mouth. Ugh,
Mm.
God dang, man. Speaking of bad taste in your mouth, here's another one. My name is Mercedes. Body cam shows. Now, see, if I can find this, I might make that I might put that in one of my videos, man. And into the things, them things that make you go, damn! By Psychesoap. And speaking of which, in about an hour, I'm gonna premiere things that make you go, damn! By Psychesoap. And I wish I had this video on here. I'm gonna look for that and put it in one of my things that make you go, damn! Okay, let me stop. Let me stop plugging. For real though, before I get into this shit, there's a things that make you go episode that I'm putting out tonight, but I'm one of those things. I ended up in that show, dude.
Uh-oh. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Not Soap in his own show.
It's
Uh-oh.
called Random Stupidity. The name of it's part 49, Random Stupidity. And I'm one of those things that do the stupid shit. Exactly, and I shouldn't have did it. But and guess which one I'm in. When I do show that, So
Uh-oh.
for y'all that are watching right now or playing this back, and the things that make you go, part 49, random stupidity. I'm one of the I'm one of the clips that's in that. And guess which one it is in the comments. So there you go. And that'll be released at the end of the show. But back on this article there, let me see here. It's called My Name is Mercedes. Body cam shows Instagram model allegedly high on pink cocaine, screaming and telling cops she's from the future minutes after deadly Miami crash. There go this bitch. There she go.
God damn, man.
That kind of looks like Taylor Swift once all of this shit is over with. Once she cannot draw any more fame or any more power, and she's done. No, but anyway, let me get this here. Body cam video released by Miami-Dade Police Department showed a self-styled Instagram model screaming, and after she allegedly ran a red light while high on pink cocaine, crashed into another car, killed 2 men, and told cops that she was from the future. The video of the law enforcement response begins with an officer arriving on the scene at around 7 a.m. at an intersection in Miami, Florida, where 24-year-old Macy Lathers allegedly slammed her Mercedes into a Suzuki, killed Abraham Molina and his friend Jesus Rubio, and injured Molina fiance Juanita Hernandez while they were on their way to work. What the fuck? And it looks like this. All right. Now, those that are listening on audio, yeah, you might have to just watch the video version of this show for you to get a feel of it. Or if you want to look it up, that's cool. But yeah, bitches doing shit for attention and causing scenes like so. Now, SCE, what you saying there, bro? Something isn't quite right with the connection. You understand there's a second delay, but both me and Outlaw were both talking like our voices were sped up a few seconds. You I mean, we're talking like normal there, Outlaw. We're good, right?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah. It could be on their end. I don't know if they're watching it live and
Yep.
I don't know what's going on.
Now that sounds like it's on their end because okay, I'm fully wired into this one. I'm Ethernet down, all that shit. But it does sound like it might be on your end, SEE, because if it's sped up for a delay, it depends if you're okay. You could watch us on not just here, but you can watch me on the channel on Odyssey. That's also going on. But if you're watching on Odyssey and it's delaying, come back to ScrewTube. If you're on ScrewTube and watching it delaying, go on over to Odyssey. If it's either one, just fucking F5 that bitch. Refresh that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just refresh that shit. And if not, you can always motherfucking just, catch us on the replay. It's all good, man. We'll be all right. Let me get back on. So that's what this carnage looks like. The officer walked down the street and found Lathers on her back in the road. Oh, wait a minute. Yo, Outlaw. Did you just notice something, though? Check it. Look at her name. Check it out. See, this all these white girls be naming their kids, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Macy Doesn't it kind of sound like Haley, Kaylee, Miley? Yeah? Huh?
It does.
Huh? That's this generation. Huh? Huh? Are you noticing something here? Is there a pattern here? Damn it. Let's get back in this shit. All right. Now, around the 8:50. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. That is some real live, real true fast things that make you go, damn! By Psychesoap. I'm going to get this clip, though. So it says around the 8:55 mark of the video, you could hear the suspect vomiting. Then the officers tell her to chill out and flip her onto her side. All right. While on her back instead, Lathers looked up at the sky and at the 10:25 mark let out a scream. And she says that she's from the future, has a crystal ball. Okay. My name is Mercedes. Mercedes. The suspect, Mercedes, driver said next. I'm from the future and had a crystal ball. You know what? That's kind of like that one episode on South Park where, Cartman makes everybody think tries to make everybody think anyway that he's invincible or he's from the future, but he's naked.
Yeah.
That's one of these things. Okay, back to this. Awesome. Amazing, the male officer sarcastically responded. Are you on drugs? The cops could be heard saying that she had acknowledged being on the ketamine-based party drug 2C, or 2C, otherwise known as pink cocaine. From there, Lathers was loaded onto a stretcher in a state of partial undress. Now that the toxicology reports have come back, prosecutors have filed DUI manslaughter charges in the deaths of Molina and Rubio. Make a note. DUI manslaughter charges in their deaths. The prosecution has now moved for pretrial detention, and a hearing on that front has been scheduled at 9:15 a.m. on September 16th. All right. Damn. So she posted bail after pleading not guilty to the charges of vehicular. Bruh. You see this shit? No?
So this bitch posted bail, was on cocaine. Is that what I'm hearing?
Actually, ketamine, bruh. This new ketamine and I've heard about this. Pink cocaine is what they call it. It's a ketamine fentanyl mix now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was on this shit. Bitch looks like this. Keep going. Lathers was allegedly driving without valid license and at 57 miles per hour just moments before the crash, then had hit the accelerator at 100%, ramping up her speed to 78 miles per hour and causing the deadly collision. While a 24-year-old man driving the Range Rover survived, the two men in the Suzuki did not. Only Juanita Hernandez, Molina's fiance, survived with injuries. Hernandez has said on a GoFundMe page after the crash that she was in the front passenger seat and that they were all on their way to work. That's fucked. Abraham's son, just 16 years old, had been left without the love and care of his father, who was his whole world. Due to my injuries, he goes on to say, I'm unable to work at the moment, and the young man's life has changed radically. His mother, who lives in Nicaragua and suffers from Parkinson's, is also now grieving, helpless and without the financial support of her son provided, Hernandez wrote. The DUI manslaughter charges are punishable by at least 4 years upon conviction, but could also mean up to 3 decades in prison. And you know which one of these sentences she will get? Neither. Probably less than the damn 4 years in this bitch. You know? That's her. Okay. All
Well,
right.
she looks like she may have money, so she'll probably pay her way out of it.
Pretty much so, right? Oh man. So another part of the pussy passing display, pretty much.
Well,
All right.
another case of we made a mistake. Let's just pay for it and move on. We don't give a fuck about who died or the consequences of being on drugs.
It's the little vehicle right here. Got the
Piece
little
of shit.
fucking. Oh gosh. What the fuck is that? Like a Ford? Like some fucking dolled up Ford Focus or whatever the fuck? Hold up. Let me see what's going on. Oh, she was in a Benz.
Yep, she
Oh,
got money. She'll have her way paid out.
yeah, do a few OnlyFans shows, a GoFundMe, and they'll be
Sure.
like, "I'm so sorry, I fucked up, and I shouldn't have never done this." You know?
Sure.
Oh gosh.
She'll go out there and later on down the road, she'll probably do it again.
Mm. But I should learn from this. You know what I'm saying? Having come out of a DUI myself like years ago.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? And nobody got killed, no one got harmed, but that could happen, and I could have been like this chick. And if I'd have gotten to the same situation as her, I probably would have gotten a damn 3 decades in prison or something in between 4 years and 3 decades, knowing my motherfucking, Y chromosome carrying ass, Yeah, all
Uh-huh.
right. Yeah, let me get out of that fuck shit. That yeah, just messed up. Get
Australian, good to see you, my man.
shit. So, yeah,
That's one of Hammer's people right there.
yeah, and he comes chill over here. He knows what's up. He know what's up. He know. Sean say that's probably YouTube buffering, keeping up with live input. That's true because it is one of the peak days. It's a Friday. That's another one. SEE goes to say, both of you are good, but I suspect that the platform was messing with me. There was some signal compression issues. Yeah, you may be right. Shanti, I didn't choose my son's name, but most certainly lives up to being named Blaze. Sean goes to say, I won't say don't do drugs. I think in moderation and responsible use it could be beneficial. But getting blitzed and behind the wheel, you deserve whatever you get for being so fucking retarded. You know what I'm saying? You right. All right. ACE8. If she had a crystal ball up inside her cooch, it would look like a winking, all-seeing eye. That's how she was able to see her future as a cam whore. And you know what? That's probably how the bitch got the bins. And that's probably how she's going to pay restitution, the fucking repair of the vehicle, the fucking doctor bills of the ones that have been injured, and funerals of the ones that have died, and all that shit. She gonna have to. Accountability, I hope she sees. For real. Because you all know, like I know, they don't see that shit very often. Australians in effect. What's happening? What's happening? We are in a live stream. Yep. All right. What up, new? Do. All right. Sean say, see, if a man did what this bitch did, he'd be in jail for a long time. Her pretty and female privilege will get her off easy. Yes, and she will have the money. Have the money to get out of this shit. Motherfuckers like you and I will be spending time. We'll be doing time. TYME. Time for this shit. Yeah. All right. Well, let me get out of this bullshit. Let me get into something else here. Yeah. Change it up a little bit. Because like the other day we was the last time I was kicking it with you there, Their outlaw. It was the debate was on. Oh boy, the fucking
Oh
debate was
man.
on. All right, and
Mhm.
there is this, and I'll throw up something from the right, throw up something from the left. But first, let me get this one out of the way. Let me put up the one that's from the left side of it first here, if I may. Where the fuck you at? This was stupid though. I wonder what you think about it. The Atlantic, and this is a fucking wookie paper
Trump
or
versus the
magazine.
coconut killed.
Yeah. Kamala Harris and the Demon Rats finally have a chance to attract positive attention. All right, let me see here. Okay, we don't get to do that, so I'll read it. Fuck it. In the days after Joe Biden's disastrous debate performance, while searching for a touch of levity, which is the article writer here, began joking online that the president should go on Hot Ones, a very popular YouTube interview show where celebrities answer questions while eating spicier and spicier chicken wings. You know what? This motherfucker might have a point there because he's losing. It's kind of like the 1968 Democrats. In 1968, as you all know, the country was split apart. The counterculture was the youth, the generation of the boomers. Then the boomers were going through shit, right? This
Mhm.
generation would be the millennials. You guys can say Gen Z all you want. Just this year they changed it to fucking Gen Z. No, no, no. Millennials, you're wrapped up in this shit too. This shit has been going on since 2016. Get your ass back over here. You know, you're heading a party that is split down the fucking middle. Well, in three parts, really. The corporate, just like back in 68. The fucking the street version of it, same thing, just back in 68. And then the Hollywood, same thing as in 68. But back then, it was the music that was running it, not so much Hollywood. Hollywood didn't catch up to anything until the early 70s, really, if you looked at it back then. But now, it's the mumble rappers that are running this shit, like fucking Megan Thee Stallion and everything. And then you got Hollywood motherfuckers like Ben Stiller and on that. The Ben Stiller messengers. The fucking and then another part of it would be corporate types, management to upper management that tend to act exactly like Kamala Harris. You know, the changing and code switching just to fit in and all of that shit. But I think when they're putting up this hot ones thing, they're trying to give them ideas of what she needs to do. In other words, outlaw, she needs to have a Clinton playing the saxophone moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's in need of a moment like that because she is falling flat on her fucking face.
It's the same thing no matter which one of these motherfuckers you put on camera. They know that this man was incapable all 4 years. I
Hmm.
don't call him president because this motherfucker ain't a president, right?
Hmm.
So
Figurehead.
yeah, they it's the same thing with camel toe. They keep them out of the spotlight when it's time to be serious, right? They can't risk showing any of them in a negative light
Hmm.
because that's all it is. It's spotlight. It's drama. It's scripted bullshit. Right? Same thing with
Yeah.
an actor and actress. This all these people are. And when you put them on the camera, you can't afford to have them have a bad performance. So, oh well,
Hmm.
Joe Biden should have never been president, but here we are.
Trump had a lot of practice with his show, The Apprentice, a
Yeah.
reality show. He had a
Yeah.
lot of practice. And he goes off the top of the dome anyway. He exaggerates. Give him credit. He exaggerates to his detriment at times, yeah. But he's had at least a lot of practice. years, decades worth of practice to say what the fuck is on his mind. And this is why he clinched it in 2016 when nobody thought he would, you know? And now he has to again, once again. But you know, like I said here on the demon rat side, excuse me, I'm showing my bias here. I don't give a fuck. The demon rat side, they're in need of one of those Clinton moments, where the motherfucker plays the saxophone. They're in need of one of those Obama moments where, you know, it's something to grab them. I think that's what Drew Barrymore was trying to do, trying to channel an inner Obama in this bitch, but it's not happening. It can't happen.
I've
I
asked
mean,
our other brothers, Saki, and I'll ask you, wouldn't you consider what she's doing racist and blackface? Because
no
she's
shit.
not black.
She ain't. I mean,
She's an
shit.
Indian.
At least Obama had some semblance of African in him. He was a diplomat's son, even though, you know, he was raised single parent, single mama. You know what it is. You know? But dang, at least he had a little, you know, coaching from Chicago's South Side. At least he had that. Kamala didn't have shit, but the preppy school or wherever the fuck she came from. And it shows. I mean, it's like, you know, she's lived her life the uh, the how do I say this? She's lived her life as the teacher's pet.
Yeah.
She's lived her life as the manager's pet when it came to the workplace. She was the most acceptable thing. She's PC raised in a person.
Australian. I did a video on Drew Barrymore bending the knee to that faggot. Oh, sorry, not my stream.
That's all good. Fuck it.
I'll call them what the fuck they are. She bent her knee like she was gonna dick suck the motherfucker. She got on her knees in front of everybody. You remember that, Saki?
What's that again?
You remember when Drew Barrymore got on her knees on that show of hers and was gonna damn near dick suck that person on her show?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I want you to be Mamala. You know?
Oh yeah.
By doing that, and people said that she was, you know, that Kamala was acting a bit awkward. No, 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 no. She wasn't awkward in the same way that a lot of y'all think. She thought that, you know, a big promotion was coming up. And, you know, the supporters got rallied around her. And Drew, being the lead one of these supporters, and Drew wanted out of Kamala the super version of Drew. But what Drew don't understand is that you're not getting that from Kamala. Kamala has been scripted, co-opted, prefabricated, and shit like that. See, Obama knew how to fool somebody with it. Obama knew how to fool somebody. Kamala doesn't. You know, you know what I'm saying? She doesn't. You know what I mean? And you know, Obama had a few bona fides in which, yeah, the black community could actually get behind, but Kamala didn't have that.
You need to thank a worker.
Mm-hmm.
Where was that accent during the debate? Fake ass. You need to thank a worker.
Exactly. You need to thank her. She acted like some of these light-skinned chicks that was in my school and shit. Stop, bitch. You know you ain't black. You nowhere near it.
You know damn well she ain't black.
You know what I mean? Anyway, Australians say, oh no, he's talking with this guy, right? Honored to have you here. I'm gonna have you here.
Saki, it's the same stupid fucking argument that they had when Hillary Clinton was running. She's a woman. She's a woman. We gotta put her in there because she's got a pussy. She ain't got no dick. She got a pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And
How
it's the
about
same
that?
thing with Kamala. We got to put her in because she's a pussy. Now she's black. It's a bonus, baby.
You know that you need to thank that union worker thing. That was kind of like that's the same as Hillary's hot sauce in her purse moment.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Y'all don't think we see through you, bitch? Come on, man. You are going up against a guy that has had dirt thrown at him through the decades from fucking oh man, from what's that League of Their Own, big bitch, not
Oh,
Oprah, but you know
yeah.
the one that played fucking Betty Rubble in fucking Flintstones.
Oh, Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. He's been fucking going head to head with dog face ass feminists from the fucking 90s all the way up to now. You think, and he also toppled, the establishment, one that you held in high regard and high power. You know what I'm saying? Like, she goes by the name of Hillary, right?
Yeah.
So, bruh, you are in over your head. He did a terrible job at choosing a running mate. He should have never chose her. If he was going to
But
choose somebody, he should have chose Tulsi Gabbard. But here's the problem with this. The Democrats don't have their shit together. They don't even like her. You know what I mean?
mm,
They don't even like Tulsi Gabbard. See, they tried to do a Tammy Duckworth with her. Tammy Duckworth, another demon rat, has the same bona fides as Tulsi Gabbard does. A veteran and all of that shit as well. I think Duckworth's also an amputee. But anyway, they
oh yeah.
tried to get that out of her. But Tulsi told it like it was and was like, wait a minute, we need to be a little more honest with ourselves
Mm,
and shit like
yeah.
that. And RFK is like, I don't know. I seen what you did to my dad and my uncle. Let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Well, where's all these, stunning and brave feminists and BLM supporters and Antifa supporters that are, was when Joe Biden went in, where were they saying, step out of the way, rich old white man? Let's let Kamala take the stage, baby. Where were they at all 4 years of all this bullshit, right?
Mum was the word. Mum was the
Dylan
word.
Mulvaney? I think it was.
Running interference,
Got on them hands and knees and nearly sucked that faggot off in front of everybody on that television show. I made a video about it. Shit was disgusting.
Shit. What was the other one? He kind of looks like that motherfucker from the first Scream movie, and he's a fucking he's in drag a lot, just this faking gay type dude. But anyway, oh shit, Morris? No, nah, that's not him. Well, let me get out of that. Back into this fucking article though.
Let's do
Uh,
it.
Although it was a joke at first, him, quickly became fixated on the idea. Hot Ones turned into a shorthand for the Biden campaign's attentional vulnerability. If the president was too infirm or his staff couldn't trust him to eat wings on a popular web show aimed at a young online audience, then that seemed like good evidence that he was a campaigning liability. Hot Ones has become the cornerstone of what I've been thinking of as the Joe Biden theory of attention. It doesn't matter what Biden says. After the debate, his brittle humor and bizarre slip ups became a black hole, swallowing any and all substance. Every bit of attention was locked on his least flattering qualities. In each, you know what? Fuck that. Biden has been fucked up since 2007. I mean, and I'm not, and I'm saying just recent memory, y'all. I'm not talking about before that. I'm not talking about the crime bill. I'm not talking about all of that dumb shit. You know,
Mhm.
because when you seen the Biden Harris ticket, you basically saw the 1994 crime bill's creator and its uh, uh, attack dog, Harris. And what's so sad is, okay, when I went on that funeral trip, went back to my hometown and everything, and got linked up and kicked it with my mama for a while, and my mom was looking at her and was like, should she be? Yeah, she should be president. Why don't y'all just let her be president? And I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, why? I asked her why. She's a woman. I was like, is that all? Is that my mom did this stupid ass shit there, outlaw? And I'm like, just cause that's all? Well, you were voting for about. No, wait a minute. This is a little different. You still want to vote? She ain't black. You know that, right? Well, yes, you know that, right? What has she done? Well, she had. And another confused reaction when I asked her what policies has she put in office in California, because she knew. And fellas, y'all are gonna get down on me in the chat because of this. Even maybe you, outlaw, is that when I was a blue-pilled fucking simp, you know what I mean?
Oh
When I was on the blue pill side of things, I knew who the fuck Obama was before the rest of the country did. I too lived in Illinois, northern Chicago,
yeah. Mhm.
and I had voted for him 3 times. You're looking at a guy that has voted for him 3 times. Yes, so fucked up there. I know. Yeah. Whatever. I'll do what I want. Do what I want. Shut up. I know. I did it. And I'm wrong for that. I didn't look into that even further. I didn't look into it at all. At the time, I was sick of the Bush shit. Real talk. And no, really, and you all are gonna kick my ass for this one. I was for Obama's opponent when it came to the DNC. I went to the DNC in Denver. My mom knows this shit. Now, if you know, and she didn't even know who Kamala was. I knew who Kamala was back in 2016 when she was a prosecutor in California, when she was faking the funk to become the senator of California. And in 2016, I started going, wait a minute. And this is when I came around to the red pill. This is when I started finding MGTOW. This is when I started going, oh, wait a minute, man. This shit is way different. You know, this can't be true. This can't be right. Denying it all and raging over it and throwing shit across the room. And I'm looking at my mother and I'm like, I knew a lot of these politicians before they all went national. I knew a lot about them. I didn't know them personally, but I knew a lot about them before they got thrusted into the public national eye, the national public eye and everything. And I'm like, are you sure you want to vote for this? This is not going to work. You know what I'm saying? You know this ain't going to
Mhm.
work. You were already in an administration in which she is a part of. And a lot of y'all are not going to believe this here, but I'm starting to think that the Karen is running this shit. You know, because a lot of what you're seeing, a lot of the talking points and a lot of the policies sound so fucking gynocentric and anti-male that it's not even fucking funny. And I ought to know how these fuckers think because I used to be in their camps.
Well, Psyche, go back to the psychological manipulation warfare. Your name suggests it, right?
Mhm.
I'm sure you'll appreciate this. When you allow people in the public to say things and do things like that and get away with it without prosecuting them, right? Punishing them like you think that they should be. and you only punish the other gender, aka men.
Mhm.
You see, that paints the picture in the culture for the rest of people who are sitting by watching that it's a signal, right? It's okay for them to go do it and say it and get away with it. That's what's happening. You don't have proper punishment for people who are sitting there, spewing this garbage out like you're talking about. Women sitting there with no consequences for the most part, and yet men are taking up all the consequences because she's got a vagina and you got a dick. You're stronger than she is. We're gonna hold you accountable, right?
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And when you reinforce that over and over and over, and you're seeing new generations see that same thing, those same patterns, that's why they think it's okay to do this shit. They've been brainwashed.
Comes through in the clutch. And in a time like now, if done effectively, let's just say this for the sake of argument, this shit is seen through. I mean, and it goes on, and she ends up becoming president. You know, then what? You know, um, if I'm gonna be a one issue voter here, I don't even think I'm gonna even be able to vote my way out of this damn problem. I don't even think we all can vote our
No,
way out of this problem
no,
if you really look at it. Because
you're not.
shit, if she goes in, the market crashes, damn near World War III, and this shit happens anyway. Or Trump gets in, yeah, the market looks good and the market is confident because that motherfucker's in and he knows how to make deals. But then all of a sudden, our 1929 moment happens at the last year of his presidency, and it surprises us all. Well, won't surprise us
Mm.
because I'm expecting it. Between now and here, the thing that happened about 100 years ago, which was the market crashing in 1929, could happen again. A real
Mhm.
Great Depression, and then throw in some Cold War II leading up to World War III and a Civil War in this fucking country. A lot of history basically will be repeating itself when it goes on.
Yeah.
So
That's just it, Psyche. You don't vote your way out of this. This isn't a diplomatic solution we're talking about here. This
mhm.
is, we've got a tyrannical government on our hands. We need to take action to get them, under control. No, we're not advocating for violence and killing people, but we are advocating for taking control back over the government. However, that has to be, you all know how that's going to go. But
What's
again,
sad, I'm afraid it'll
yes.
probably be a C word when it does happen. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Which in actuality, the if you read the Second Amendment, folks, that's actually, yo, it is up to you to secure the free state with the militia. Real
Yep.
shit.
You don't. That's just, you don't solve this by voting your way. Voting doesn't matter at the moment. Both sides are bought and paid for. The elections are always stolen and rigged. If voting mattered, they'd take it away from you. They'd find a way to do away with it, right? What was that saying? If
Mm,
voting mattered, they would change it.
mm. Or, you know, what one great dictator said, listen,
The problem is
we
we've
start
got ourselves.
counting the votes.
Yeah, we've got a problem here where we're set up to where we know what the solution is, but people can't say it because the government's always listening, and they get a boner to people talking about wanting to start wars and stuff with the government. So got to tread
Mhm.
lightly when you talk about it.
That's right. And yes, Australian, World War III and the Civil War. What I fear is the same thing that happened to China during World War II, because they had to stop a whole civil war, mind you, because it was Mao versus Chiang Kai-shek. And here comes Tojo and all of them from Japan, invading Manchuria. Don't that sound familiar? One side
Mm,
going against the communists and the nationalists, warring
mm,
over each other, and got to put our differences aside to secure the border. They had to
mm.
secure the border to the north. We got to secure the border to the south. you know,
Yeah.
similarities. And another thing too, World War II was going on while this was happening, and that did not end until World War II did happen. China had to put aside its differences. Kai-shek and Mao had to put aside their differences to fight away Tojo and the imperial forces. And once they fought away the imperial forces, they got back to their civil war. The communists won, and Kai-shek and all of them got banished to the island of Formosa, now known as Taiwan. That can happen to us.
Yep.
This is what I
Yep.
say here. World War III and a civil war can happen at the same time. And when that does happen, remember that country that started the art of war. It came from China, y'all.
Oh yeah.
Sean St. George. Chappelle said it best. The Second Amendment is there in case the first one fails.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I mean, for the securing of a free state, militia is necessary. You know? The
Yep.
right and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but you guys get what that says. A lot of people say that the first part of the Second Amendment, most from the right, most track cucks say this shit, but the track cucks like to hang on to the second part. No, hang on to the first one too. The securing of a free state is necessary. Form a militia. This is when the militias are right. But here's the problem. The militia is now getting a negative connotation. It's seen as right wing white boys with guns, and that's not what it's about. It's not what it's about. It's also the amendment that brought about the National Guard in every state, by the way. All right, let me get on this here. SCE say if voting mattered, they wouldn't let you do it. You got that right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can't vote your way out of this. Sadly, you can't. Sadly, you can't.
You look, tyranny never stops until you stop it.
Mm-hmm.
The government's not going to stop it, so who has to stop it? The citizens, the people who are under all of these bullshit laws and taxes and whatnot. That's who's got to stop it. Now, will we stop it? That's a whole nother question in of itself and an answer to, right? So
now, in a good way of all this, I mean, it's still horrible and we're still in the shit. But one could only hope that we have a mindset as the Patriots did of 1775, as the Sons of Liberty did. You know, let me get back over here. SCE says, so imagine a civil war where the former military knew how to fight better than the current military, and our government asked for international help, and the embedded blue helmets are activated. Exactly, SCE. That's the 1775 situation, the 1776 situation that I'm talking about. You don't want to get yourself into the same situation as, let's just say, China during World War II. You know what I'm saying? Civil War II becomes World War III. Yeah, I would like to turn that around too. That can be interchangeable also, SCE, excuse me. It's kind of like again, that China's role in World War II. Believe it or not, we sided with the Chinese. We sided with the nationalists and helped the nationalists put aside their differences in World War II. Y'all remember the rapé of Nanking? Y'all remember the invasion of Manchuria? Shit like that, you know? And then once they gotten rid of the Japanese and the Japanese were vanquished properly, here comes the Civil War happening in China, and that was between the nationalists and the communists. But get this, the communists won. And in 1949, Mao ran that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Mao ran that shit. From then on into now, in the form of Winnie the Pooh. You know what I'm saying? But keep it going. All right, Sean St. George say the current amount of government overreach and lawfare is working people up. No shit. We might have to become more of a pain in the ass to them for the government to tell on themselves further to wake up the rest. All right, well, you also got to look into this also. The current and old economic structure that's intact, the same old, the the snail mail, the ACH, banking, the banking system, and the upcoming central bank digital currency coming down the pipe. You may want to realize that there is an alliance on the other side called BRICS, and we want to side with NATO. See, NATO was just about to lose its purpose entirely until it renewed its purpose in the form of Ukraine, in the form of Israel, the conflict there, and even though this is in the Pacific, the China and Taiwan conflict. But anywho, um, this country is no longer the good guys in this. BRICS is actually the good guys because they are tired of this country bullying every nation around here. You know how it used to been said, the sun never sets on the British Empire? Well, shit. The
Mhm.
sun never sets on the American. We got a base on almost every country here. And if we don't, we got a base damn show next to it. Right?
Yep.
So, how you doing, David Smith? We'll have some things that make you go damn here after this, but shit. I'm just chilling here with
Woo.
motherfucking Outlaw doing our thing.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. So that was this. And then there's this article in which, the current Pope is telling folks to what is this shit? That who should they vote for in November? And he slammed both U.S. presidential candidates for what he called anti life policies on abortion and migration, and advised American Catholics to choose the lesser evil in the upcoming U.S. elections. But you got to understand, the American Catholics were or are, if you want to put it that way, and again, the black community too, as well, when they are into church, that is what is left of the Christian left, descendants of the civil rights Christians, you know, the Catholics that are here, you know. Now, it's kind of funny how a lot of the Catholics in America were conservative in the sense that they were against abortion, but now they're for that and letting gays and lesbians into the clergy, into the frocks, into the pulpits, and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So, whatever. We'll get out of that. And I'm going to get into this one too here. I don't want to fuck with well, fuck it. We going to get on that anyway. But before I do get on that, let me get up into these comments. Yeah, of course, SEE, when this next election is stolen, they'll finally wake up, but it'll be way too late. But that is what happened 4 years ago. If you guys really look at it, if you're looking at the machinations of the three branches of government in America, the most important election that was ever held here was 2016. Because not only was the Senate up for grabs, not only was Congress, the House up for grabs, not only was the executive branch, the presidency, up for grabs, but also the Supreme Court. Because whoever was president there got to choose all of who went to the Supreme Court. Because before 2016, Supreme Court was locked down at 4-4, with one hanging in the balance because that guy died, you know? And now that elections came and went. And 8 years later, we're going through some bullshit behind it. But anyway, let me keep going. Sean say Spain was also absent from World War II because of its civil war. Well, Sean, I would like to say that Spain was the training ground for the Axis powers. That was the Axis powers training ground. Franco provided the training ground for Hitler in that civil war. There were a lot of factions in that shit. So was okay, basically I can sum it up like this. Pro-Franco, anti-Franco. Pro-Franco, that's where Hitler went. That's where his forces went to train up, to get bulked up and swole for the blitzkrieg about to come down. And that's why, that's all Spain was, a training ground, basically a training ground for World War II. They were absent for World War II because they began World War II, For real. All right, let me see what you're saying there, Sean. The funny thing about BRICS is that they are an alliance of countries that hate each other. But one thing that they are united here, like David Smith say, it's an enemy of my enemy. And the one thing that they have in common is a disdain for the domination of the United States of America's government. We run the economy. The dollar was backed in gold. Then it was backed in oil. Now it's backed in the full faith and credit of the United States of America, aka nothing. Fiat. It's fiat, right? Okay. Let me see here. SE, Sean say, SE, I hope you're wrong, but my intuition says you're more likely right. All right. And then SE goes, so our military acts as guardians to the global shippers who have an agenda that requires our people to be cannon fodder. Yeah, that's true. They have no issue tossing the USA under the bus. World sees how they are. Yeah, you're right. Hey, what's happening there, Mr. Mitchell? What's up? You are now tuned into the Mighty Soap. You have not seen nothing like the Mighty Soap. Doop. Let me get us a little. Yeah, this is a crazy little article. New, if you're here, stick around. And if you haven't, catch the playback on this. And let me see if this sounds familiar to you, bruh. Or if you're around when and you're listening to this. This is for my black brothers. I want to exclude any of your palm-colored, light-skinned fellas in here too. This is a truly diverse and united show. The only thing that does unite us is that we have Y chromosomes. Real shit, and I'm gonna let y'all know that, and you're all brothers to me on this one. 1 in 4 U.S. black men under 50 support Trump for president. The NAACP poll finds. Oh shit! Word. All right. What my man saying? Okay. Outlaw stepped out for a minute. He'll be back here. All right. Oh man, did you just say the NAACP?
I'm an Alabama nigger and I wanna be free. Hell with the NAACP. I don't drink, I don't cuss. I wanna ride on the front of the bus. I'm an Alabama nigger and I wanna be free. Hell with the NAACP.
time I play that shit. But I just heard the NAACP shit. I'm gonna get into this article, but before I do, let me just get into the article, then I'll hop into the comments. All right, story by Stephanie Kelly. Over 1/4 of younger black men said they would support Republican candidate Donald Trump in this year's U.S. presidential election. An NAACP poll showed on Friday. Black voters have long been the most loyal Democratic constituency. But during Democratic President Joe Biden's term, some younger black voters and black men of all ages lost faith in the Democratic Party. Black voters played a large role in sending Biden to the White House in 2020. But they did. Shit. They did. They really did. But the monolith is starting to break down, and that's why I'm giving you guys this article. And Democratic Vice President Kamala Harris hopes to secure their support to win the November 5th presidential election. Most black voters, 63%, plan to support Harris. Dumb motherfuckers, anyway. Compared with 13% for Trump, according to the new NAACP survey, which interviewed 1,000 registered black voters across the United States from August 6th to August 12th. But 26% of black men under 50 years old said they supported Trump versus 49% who backed Harris. For black men above 50, 77% say they supported Harris. Fucking boomers, man. They just boomers. They don't know shit. Like, they're all like, they Bidening out. You know what I'm saying? They're Bidening out. But they're dying out too. But it seems, man, the coof couldn't kill them fast enough, man. Anyway, 67% of black women said they supported Harris, while 8% said they supported Trump. You notice a pattern here? Top issues for black voters were the economy, crime, and public safety, the survey found, with the cost of food and groceries, housing, and utilities being the biggest economic stressors. 82% of black men under 50 listed economic issues among the most important issues facing the country today, compared with 75% of black women of all ages. You could tell within the black community, women are already in the tank for this bitch. They're already in the tank for her. But men, I'm noticing, are starting to break the conditioning. And the one thing that's breaking the conditioning, according to this, and what I'm seeing, and what I know to be true, would be the economy. It is the economy, stupid. Voter messaging, the article goes on to say, voter messaging that emphasizes rights being under attack has the most significant chance to motivate undecided voters and younger black men, the survey found. And I'll go ahead and play this bull. I'll play this crap. If you guys are listening on earphones or on your phone, get your volume right. And if not, hopefully you catch it on the playback and turn the shit up. Turn that motherfucker up. So check it out.
Now, Harris does maintain a narrow lead over Trump in a new national poll, but failed to receive the traditional bump in support after the Democratic National Convention in Chicago.
The ABC News Ipsos poll shows Harris leading Trump among likely voters by 52% to 46%. That has changed little since she entered the race in July, but her lead among women more than doubled after the convention to 13 percentage points. The poll detected no boost for Trump after the Republican National Convention either, nor did it show significant gains for Trump from his endorsement by former independent candidate RFK Jr.
That's bullshit.
Convicted felon ever to head a major party's presidential ticket, Trump has an unusual month ahead of him. His schedule includes not just campaign events, but also court appearances in 2 of his 4 criminal cases.
Deputy Political Director Joe St. George has more on what September holds for the former president.
Between an assassination attempt, President Biden's decision to
Hey, Sean, are you related to this guy? Nah, I'm kidding. Keep it going.
step aside and Vice President Harris's historic nomination, it's easy to lose track of all of the legal issues still facing former President Trump. But those court battles will be back in the headlines soon. Let's start with a quick look at former President Trump's legal calendar in September. This Thursday is when a status hearing in Trump's January 6th case takes place in Washington. That case and Trump's alleged role on January 6th has essentially been on hold since the Supreme Court issued an opinion earlier this year that presidents are entitled to some level of immunity. Thursday's hearing will address lingering questions like what charges can remain, and perhaps a new trial date will be set.
Yeah, and I was gonna cover that article, but I'll go ahead and get that out the way because shit, they're already talking about it. But yeah, Sean, you're correct on this. The Catholic Church allowing LGHDTV, we'll just take a phrase from Joker, plus to influence that it shows that the church no longer has a backbone and no values. Hell no, they don't. They don't. They don't. I mean, look, ever since John Paul, the papacy has been in the tank for America's Democratic Party. For real. We all know this shit. All right. All right. Let's keep it going. Let me see what's in this here. And Chris goes to say, as a black lesbian woman, I'll be voting for my girl. No hooker has ever made it so high up from the streets to the seat.
Wow.
Look,
Wow.
and she looks nothing like you. You'd be better off if a reincarnation of Shirley Chisholm from 1968. Yeah, she was, by the way, the first black woman to ever run, first black person to ever run for president, by the way. You're better off having one of those represent you. But then again, you're going, yeah, this is your best chance. Y'all are just like these fucking 30 somethings, 35 plus bitches that are hit the wall and they're settling for any fucking thing that comes along. Cause you're in the sexual clearance bin, bitch. Yeah. Real shit. All right. All right. Ah, David Smith say, also black men are starting to realize that the Democrats hate men and will not support fags. Yeah. Real shit. They won't. They won't. But you also notice too, David, too, that in the past 10 years, in the past decade or so, they managed to turn thug and thought culture into the LGHDTV type culture. You could see it evidenced in by large mansions and all of that shit. It was ran by a black lesbian woman, and she had profited off of the deaths of other black men. Hey, don't think I forgot. And it's not just me. Rappers like J. Cole see this shit too, you know? But I don't know. He sees the whole red pill for what the fuck it is, but at least they starting to see it. When you're looking at numbers like the 1 and 4 that I'm bringing, but I'll bring back this video here. Keep it going.
Avajoy Burnett is Scripps News' legal affairs correspondent and will cover the hearing.
It will now be up to that judge to determine how this case.
Wait a minute. Isn't that broad from the fucking Hill? Anyway. Keep it going. Where the fuck is that one? Let me go back here. Looks like she got a cornucopia on her head, I don't know what's up with these hair hats, man. And bonnets. Bonnets and fucking hair hats. But shit, it is as close. I mean, I've seen it in the funeral trip. It's affected my family even. But we'll keep it going on. But where will we find that? Probably it messed up here. Okay, we passed that. Past that. Go to that. Oh yeah, he's on that legal calendar. So I'll just back it up from that. Some of this shit will be played all over again, but you know what's up, guys.
Issues still facing former President Trump, but those court battles will be back in the headlines soon. Let's start with a quick look at former President Trump's legal calendar in September. This Thursday is when a status hearing in Trump's January 6th case takes place in Washington. That case and Trump's alleged role on January 6th has essentially been on hold since the Supreme Court issued an opinion earlier this year that presidents are entitled to some level of immunity. Thursday's hearing will address lingering questions like what charges can remain, and perhaps a new trial date will be set. Avajoy Burnett is Scripps News' legal affairs correspondent and will cover the hearing.
It will now be up to that judge to determine how this case could potentially move forward. They will have the burden to figure out what is covered under presidential immunity and what is not covered.
If the case moves.
Now, her, guys, that is who you should have had running for president. If you were going to do that, at least send this out here. Don't send the same old corporate filth that we've been seeing for the past 60 years at least. At least send this out. Let's try to fool somebody. Anyway.
If the case moves forward and Trump loses this election, it could potentially put the former president in another precarious legal position next year. If Trump wins in November, though.
If former President Donald Trump actually wins, it's very likely that he will tell whoever he appoints at the DOJ to get rid of this case altogether.
Yeah, and get rid of all of those fuckheads that have been trying to set him up over in New York anyway. Real shit.
No. You mean a president doing what he's legally allowed to do? Oh no, the horror, the humanity.
They're gonna call him Nixon when he does it. You know? Of course.
Let's move the calendar to September 16th. That is when we expect the New York City.
Hey, by the way, that's Soap's birthday, September 16th. Woo! Also Mexican Independence Day, but who's counting? Let's go.
Judge overseeing Trump's felony convictions to rule whether those convictions can still stand in the wake of that Supreme Court immunity ruling. But first, an even bigger ruling may occur. Last week, Trump's legal team made a new request to move the entire case to federal court. The court on Friday rejected that on technical grounds. Another request is expected soon.
Hell yeah. They playing chess out here. And they don't know. Well, I guess they know. But they're damn sure trying to thwart any 4D, 3D chess that Trump's playing with this type of bullshit here.
It's a much stronger case now than it was last year when he tried to remove it, because the Supreme Court has said that there is this sort of, protection.
If Trump loses.
And you know what's fucked up? He's got a, maybe Amy Coney Barrett, maybe, and all of the others that he had appointed when he was in office may have to recuse themselves. Ain't this
you mean those? Oh, sorry.
Kavanaugh, Barrett, they would have to recuse themselves when this shit is going on. But even if they do, I mean, shit, the numbers are like right now 6-3 Republican in the Supreme Court.
Oh, you mean all those judges that are bought and paid for that are clearly not biased?
They are in the tank for the Republican Party, believe it or not. More technically for the RNC, really. And the RNC has its misgivings behind the Orange Man also, But the Orange Man put in the most that anyone has ever did in the past 50 years. He's put in 3 people. Coney Barrett, Kavanaugh, and then there was another one, Gorsuch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
This is that request, and Judge Juan Merchan says the conviction stands. Then all.
Oh, and by the way, the Supreme Court is the only branch in our government that we cannot elect. We can only elect senators, congressmen, and women, I guess, and presidents. We cannot do that for the judicial branch, even though in your state you can elect your judge. We can't on a national level. Keep it going.
Yeah. All eyes will be on September 18th when Trump is scheduled to be sentenced.
The maximum for any felony is 1 1/3 to 4 years in state prison. The minimum is nothing. There's no mandatory minimum.
In the past, court appearances by the former president have rallied his base. Time will tell if that will happen again, so close to Election Day. Joe St. George, Scripps News, Washington.
Yeah, and if anybody believes this horse shit that she's leading, Yeah, I've got beach property in Tennessee to show you.
Real shit. Yeah, there you go.
Artificially inflated numbers, my friend. All it is.
Absolutely. And there'll be something that's called the Bradley effect happening. If anyone remembers Ed Bradley, this motherfucker had high poll numbers, but then when the election happened, it was all sizzle and no steak. Bradley lost. All right. So let me keep it going. Sean St. George say women vote blindly for Democrats overwhelmingly anyways, and that's true. They'll vote themselves into your pockets. We all know this, man.
Yeah.
Sean goes on to say, I have no idea who that is. The St. George name is not as unique as it used to be. I was asking whether or not that one guy in that last clip was related to him. Joe St. George. We got Sean St. George, the better St. George in this motherfucker. All right. Now, Mike.
Underestimate them? No, yeah, I know.
Most women vote with their feelings, just like buying property is very dangerous. And another thing too, Mike, most women are in real estate selling those properties. You know, remember the almighty rule in sales? You pitch the bitch, right? They're doing that on a governmental level, on a national level. So you're seeing that now. Mike, you're correct. And their left are masters and emotional. The left are masters in emotional manipulation. It's the only argument they ever have. That's right. Fifis, feels over reals. SCE say J6. How do you have unarmed insurrectionists? Okay, that's true. SCE. You know how I like to mirror a lot of what's happening now to the 60s? In the late 60s, 68, 69, 70, 71, the Pentagon had one of these going on, a so-called insurrection. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of those that got out of it, even back then, a lot of those that were responsible for it were let go. If they were political prisoners, they weren't that way for very long. Abby Hoffman got out. John Sinclair got out. you know Ayers left too. Bernadine Dorn out. Weather Underground out. you know they did not stand. They did not get the prison time that those that participated in J6 are now currently getting. Real shit. All right. SCE. They destroyed his economic policies, mocked him in the free and fair press, air quotes, free and fair press, railroaded him in the courts, tried to kill him. How dangerous is noncompliance to these sphincters? Right? Very dangerous, obviously.
He's not wrong.
And this is for you, Outlaw. You underestimate the stupidity of the American people. Wow.
Oh, no. I quite understand. Hey, I've got a bumper for that. Room temperature all year round, 72. No, I know how stupid these people can be. That's what I'm saying. When they get in numbers, that's when they become dangerous.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
That's what we call the dangerous herd, right? Spooking the herd.
And speaking of herd, Amber. Nah.
Oh boy.
Nah, not really. We ain't gonna talk about her, but something kind of related to that. And that would be Harvey Weinstein. Remember this guy?
I do. Yes, I do.
Harvey Weinstein is back, baby.
Oh,
He's back
shit.
with a vengeance. Hey, yo, if you're listening on your phone, turn that shit up. If you can't catch it in the playback, but here it go. Walking in the courtroom. They're going in there right now. All right, so we'll go back here. Get this off. Oh my gosh. He is indicted on new charges. in this next case, does not attend court after he almost died. Harvey Weinstein has been indicted on new charges by a New York grand jury, prosecutors announced this past Thursday, though disgraced movie mogul did not attend the hearing after a serious health scare that required emergency heart surgery. Arthur Adala, Weinstein's attorney, told Judge Thursday that prosecutors informed him of 3 new criminal complaints from 2005, 2006, and 2016, but did not give additional details, according to multiple media reports. Adala also told Judge Curtis Farber that his client almost died before the Monday morning procedure. Assistant District Attorney Nicole Bloomberg said her office plans to file a motion to consolidate all charges into a superseding indictment. Weinstein's next court hearing is set for September 18th, which is 5 days from this recording, although no arraignment date has been set. The disgraced media mogul was found guilty of rapé in February 2020 and sentenced to 23 years. The New York Court of Appeals threw out that conviction in April after ruling that Weinstein did not get a fair trial after the judge erroneously admitted testimony of uncharged, alleged prior acts. Following his successful appeal, Weinstein was transferred from an upstate prison to various facilities, including Rikers and Bellevue Hospital's prison ward. On Thursday, Judge Farber ordered that Weinstein remain in Bellevue and not be transferred back to Rikers in response to defense concerns about his medical care at the jail. And y'all heard about Rikers too, man. Shit. They some rough motherfuckers, man. You don't want to go to you don't want to spend no time up in Rikers. That's a motherfucking that's a county jail for your ass. And this ain't even prison. You know what I'm saying? This is jail, one of the roughest jails in the country. David Smith said, shit. I heard about this on the radio the other day. More old ass hoes, 304s, trying to get attention again, of course.
Oh, man.
Exactly. David Smith, old boy has 1 foot in the grave and they still want to extort more cash from him. They want Weinstein dead to go be with Epi. Yes, they do. We all know this. Sean say, fuck it. Weinstein is almost dead. These grifters need to hurry up and get their allegations formalized so they can get access to his money in restitution or civil suit. Real shit. Yeah, the tit for tat that he was doing. I mean, at first I thought he was faking to get this cleared, but you could clearly see, man. Like Biden, this man has got 1 foot in the grave, and it is about to be over for his motherfucking ass, man. I mean, you give him a year, that's damn near a life sentence for this guy. It's over for him. All right. And another little thing I want to go ahead and do our penultimate article here. That would be talking about the Navy SEAL unit that knocked off Osama bin Laden is busy preparing for a possible Chinese invasion of Taiwan. Check it.
Uh-oh.
Now, this shouldn't be happening. The very fact that this story's been written is not happening. And let me tell you, now, yeah, if they do that, because we got former Navy SEALs up there now. We got former Army Rangers there now, former Marine Recon, former Night Stalkers, and those in the IC or the intelligence community already there. And it's also called SAC or the activity spook language, by the way. And the spooks in mind, it rhymes with CIA. You know what I'm saying? So they're already out there. They're already there. The advisors, I put in scare quotes, advisors are already there. You know how like they began the Vietnam War, how they, come with, okay, they call out the intelligence community when they seem like war would really fuck things up. you know. So they send these guys out here. So we already got the intelligence community over there in Taiwan. We already got them in Ukraine. We already got them in Yemen. We already got them in Israel right now, and in Russia as we speak right now, trying to clear up things. You might as well say they already there. Well, I wouldn't say Navy SEALs unless they were former SEALs before they joined the activity. You know, a good book, like for a lot of y'all to read, if you ever get a chance, audio book or whatnot, would be, and I will type this up.
Pretty much.
Tiny Hat Name Fool You. This is a good book because it does lay out, or she's also got interviews hanging around here. The guy from Terminal List, the writer of Terminal List, Jack Carr, had interviewed her. What's his name? Diary of a CEO, Tom Bilyeu. They've all interviewed her about this book. Well, she's usually either talking about that book or talking about a book called Nuclear War, which is her latest one that came out about a few months ago, and I read that as well. Is that what would happen in 72 hours if a nuclear strike happened? Let's just say if it came from North Korea. She lays out the scenario and the people involved that got to do something when that happens. All right. Okay, let me see what you got here, Dave. All right, let me get on over here, Dave. I got to go to my own channel to get that link, but as that's happening, I'll go ahead and put this up and play it. I'm trying to pick up that link here from Dave. All right. So right now they're preparing for drills in both Taiwan and Shanghai. Now, this fella here that's speaking in whatever dialect Chinese here, they're showing their support for the latest drills and everything. And this guy's saying that he thinks it's a very normal thing because first they need to show their attitude and they also need to show their ability to react like this. And for those that are on the podcast, you can't see this, but what we're seeing here is China's version of the multiple launching rocket systems that they do have. And note, they can put warheads, very devastating warheads on these fucking things. And they're, China's performing drills, Taiwan's performing drills. And I don't know if you've heard this or not, but they're, trying to inch at the they're trying to inch right there at the Aleutian Islands over there near at the tip of Alaska. So you guys be careful because China is out there looking for that and looking for this and waiting on us to step up. You step up again, and we'll get your ass, is what they're saying. But yeah. Oh, and there's another guy here, Bustamante. Yes, I've heard of him, David. I've heard of him. Andrew Bustamante. He was a former spy, and he's around in man bun and and all, and he talks to people.
Cells.
Sleeper cells. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah.
This man's a genius.
What?
How do you write it?
Yeah, every once in a while.
I'm just saying. You've been saying this for years.
Go on. So essentially, the way that diaspora communities insulate intelligence collection is that the intelligence collection facilities or the intelligence collection agencies plant themselves in the diaspora. So a Chinatown is a diaspora of Chinese immigrants in a foreign country. So the intelligence community just plants its own operatives inside that community. It's not like the community is there for intelligence purposes. Not even like the community knows that there's intelligence there.
You're close enough.
It's just a very convenient entry point. That's what we call a beachhead.
And do we have beachheads in other places?
It's tougher because, first of all, in the United States, we don't create diaspora communities. Instead, we create expats who acculturate the local community, but they're still Americans. And we don't really have to hide.
And this is definitely why you guys end up seeing a story some months on down the line and months ahead that someone's been kidnapped or being held hostage by that government and sent to their equivalent to a black site or their equivalent to a Guantanamo Bay, you know. And yes, what Bustamante is saying is correct. Yeah, I've watched a few of his interviews, David. Yep. And SEAL Team 6, Sean says, SEAL Team 6 going to train against an invasion or prepare an insurrection seems outside their wheelhouse. They're mostly a counter-terror unit. You'd expect the Green Berets via the SEALs for that. Well, yeah. You're going to see a mixture of them, Sean. Be it Delta Force on the Army side of things, SEAL Team 6, yes, on the Navy side of things. Advanced Marine Recon or Raiders, whatever the fuck they're calling themselves these days. The PJs in the Air Force or in the Air Corps Night Stalkers. There's them. And then the Space Force. Yes, the Space Force has some things because at one time I stayed in Colorado and there were 2 Air Force bases, not to mention the missile on the mountain, NORAD. But they changed their Air Force bases, and I think half of our Air Force bases in America are now being changed into Space Force bases, SFBs. And you'll be seeing those if you haven't already here pretty soon. You know, I stay abreast of the intelligence community as well as the some of the elite SEAL units. And in fact, for some of you fellas, if you haven't already, I do recommend this brother here named General Discharge to find out more of it. Silly name, but silly fucking name, but yo, this guy knows his shit. Real talk. So let me show you what it is. A little of something before we get on out of here. Something like this. You know, look at that. Right there. That's the support activity. These guys, right now as we speak, well, this is like a rough draft of what they look like. This is not exactly them, but this is like a rough draft, the ISA or things like that, JSOC. These sound familiar to you, don't they, Sean? But it's because a lot of them are now in these types of units. Surprise Kill Vantage by Annie Jacobson, some interviews by Andrew Bustamante, some interviews from Edward Snowden, some, General Discharge's YouTube channel. I recommend y'all check that out as well. And that shows you, what the deal is. Look, right there, ISA, right there. Oh, look at this here, the tip of the spear. See, what I'm showing you here with my, the elite of the elite, what I'm showing you here are the different sub units, the different sub secretive units that we are using right now in Taiwan, Yemen, Israel, Ukraine, all of them right now, still going on and still going strong. They're being used today. And, we're looking at in the election who would be best to use it, and I'm sorry, white America, you're right on this, is that you would rather see Trump scratch Israel's nuts than Kamala scratch Israel's nuts. Am I right?
Yep.
So that's what's going to happen. And he's going to send these guys to do it, or she's going to send these guys to do it. You know, it depends on who you would want as commander in chief. But then again, these guys move no matter who the fuck is the commander in chief. And look, if you are seeing this right now, where my mouse is pointing, it's looking at the Special Activities Center. SOG. Remember Mac V SOG from Vietnam fame? Came from this shit. Political Action Group, that shit's in Ukraine right now. See what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Now, Bush was a little cheap. He used Blackwater, now called Z, you know, and used some elements of ISA and NSA to do things with it. But yeah, there you go. You know, so that right there is already out there now. David says Israel is balls deep in both parts. That's right, they are. But the question is, which ones are going to end up scratching those balls when that happens here next year? So yeah, there you go. There you go. And speaking of scratching my balls, I'm doing that right now. All right, here. And you know, I'm about ready to hang it on up and show you the things that make you go damn. By Psychesoap. Let me look at all of the channels to make sure that everything is righteous, ready to go, so that you guys are ready to watch these. I got the links already in the chat. So let me see if I got that ready to go. Is that going on? All right, it's not accessible. So what I'll do here is I'll get these accessible right after the show is over. And then be sure that you do watch on either BitChute, Odyssey, Mixer.tv. Rumble won't even play my jam. This shit is too wild for Rumble. Way too wild for Rumble. They ain't ready for it, you know. And then the things that make you go damn. By Psychesoap. And I would like for a lot of y'all to guess which one I'm in. I ended up on this show. I never thought that would happen, but I ended up on this fucking show doing something really fucking stupid. So, yeah, it's called Random Stupidity, and I'm a part of that. So, yeah, thank you, David, for putting up the links for this. You know, you could catch it here or you could catch it there, and I'll go on ahead and switch it on over there before 7 o'clock, and after the stream has ended. All right, and before I do get on up out of here, Outlaw, you want to say a little something?
Well, like I said, brother, you know, it's just another reminder that we cannot vote our way out of this. I mean,
nope.
You've got political tyrants on the left and the right, and this November is not going to solve anything except really where the heart and the mind of the ignorant are at.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, stay safe, stay strapped. Don't do anyone or anything I wouldn't do. You know the spiel.
All right. Share this video if you're needing a red pill or even a black pill. Hey, yo, get ready for those things that make you go damn. And shit, I'm out. Bye.
All right. Appreciate you.
random stupidity is whack. So I'm gonna go ahead and release this shit. Let's go. I'm